Greetings, this is Keith Courville, Director of Professional Development and University Programs for the Associated Professional Educators of Louisiana. In this part of our value-added webinar, I'm going to be talking to you about the methodology, specifically the types of measurements that go in to creating a value-added measure. If you look at the list here, you'll see that such things as prior achievement, student attendance, disability status, free and reduced lunch status, gifted status, 504 status, discipline record through the suspension count, ESL status, and class composition all factor into a value-added measure for typical growth for a student. Now, if you notice, I've underlined two factors because I find these the most interesting and I'd like to talk about them further. Specifically, let's look at prior achievement and class composition. Prior achievement is recognized as the primary indicator of future success. Previous state models of value added, such as the one in Tennessee and New York, relied almost solely on prior achievement data, and still it's the vast majority of the predictors for future growth. Of course, Louisiana is different because we expanded past just prior achievement and we have other additional factors. One of those is class composition, and I find this very interesting from a research perspective. It's based on the average prior achievement of a class, the average number of suspensions, the average number of students with free or reduced lunch, and the average of special education status. And what that essentially means is that the class composition itself, having certain numbers of students with certain environmental factors, will lower the expected growth for other students in the class. And I think it's very powerful that the state is actually taking class composition, something we know as educators really affects the environment of a class and its management, into account with this value-added system. In the next presentation, we'll talk specifically about how the equation is developed. Join us again.